My husband kept visiting his brother after midnight until I finally followed him, there inside. At 12:43 a.m., I stood barefoot in my kitchen holding my husband's cold coffee mug while he yelled at me from the driveway to stop acting crazy. The porch light kept flickering because he still hadn't replaced the bulb, and all I could think about was how normal that felt compared to everything else lately. He had been leaving our apartment almost every night for 3 weeks, always after midnight, always with the same excuse. His younger brother Nate was going through something. That was all he would say. At first I believed him because Nate actually was a mess. He drank too much, lost jobs constantly, and called my husband crying at weird hours. I even told my husband I was glad he was helping him, but then little things started bothering me. He showered before leaving. He changed clothes. He stopped touching me unless I initiated it first. And even then he seemed distracted, like he was trying to finish a task instead of being with me. One night I asked if I could come with him to check on Nate. He said no too quickly. After that, I started noticing everything. He kept his phone face down. He laughed at messages and then erased them. He started using mouthwash before bed even when he wasn't leaving. I know how pathetic that sounds written out, like some paranoid woman building a conspiracy out of toothpaste and silence, but I could feel something moving underneath our marriage. That night in the kitchen, he had forgotten his wallet. I picked it up to bring outside and saw a folded receipt sticking out. 2 glasses of wine, 1 salmon entree, 1 chocolate cake, Tuesday, 9:18 p.m. He told me he was working late Tuesday. When I asked him about it, he snatched the receipt from my hand so fast it actually scared me. Then he called me dramatic. I remember staring at his face while he talked and realizing he already had an answer prepared before I even spoke. That hurt more than the lying somehow. He left anyway. I waited 10 minutes before getting my keys and driving to Nate's apartment across town. My husband's truck wasn't there. I sat in my car outside Nate's building for almost 20 minutes with the engine running and my hands sweating against the steering wheel. Around 1:30, Nate himself came outside with a trash bag. He looked surprised to see me. I asked where my husband was. Nate looked down immediately, not confused, not curious, guilty. That was the exact second I knew. He told me my husband had asked him to cover for him for a while. Apparently it started 4 months earlier after my husband reconnected with a woman from high school through Facebook. Nate said he thought it was temporary and stupid, not serious. He kept saying, "I didn't know how to tell you," which honestly made me angrier than if he had just admitted he didn't care. I drove home numb. My husband came back around 3 in the morning. I heard him unlocking the door while I sat on the couch in the dark. He looked genuinely shocked when he saw me awake. I asked one question, how long? He didn't deny it, not even for a second. He sat down at the other end of the couch and rubbed his hands together like he was cold. Then he said her name quietly, like I already knew her somehow. The worst part wasn't hearing about her. It was hearing how relieved he sounded finally telling the truth. He cried. I didn't. He said he still loved me. He said he got carried away. He said he felt like his life became routines and bills and grocery lists. And with her, he felt noticed again. I asked if he ever planned to stop. He took too long answering. That was 8 months ago. We separated in October. I moved into a small duplex 30 minutes away with cheap blinds and uneven floors. Sometimes I still wake up expecting to hear his keys at the door. Last week, he called asking if we could talk. He said the other relationship ended badly and he misses me. I almost said yes. Instead, I sat on my kitchen floor eating cereal from the box at midnight, staring at my phone while it rang again and again. Then I turned it face down.